You ready?
So ready.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Is This Entertainment? We're going to do our best. We watched this Dune movie. We're going to talk about it. So settle in. Let's go.
Yes, this is where you find out the answer to the question, is this entertainment?
Is this entertainment? And today we find out.
Today we will find out.
We open another layer in the onion of entertainment.
Let me tell you something. I watched this movie when it came out.
Ooh.
And I don't remember that much of it.
I saw this movie in a theater. Saw it in theater. And I was all on that, like, hey, it's getting streamed directly into my house. Let's watch it there. And my wife was like, no, it's big. There's a lot going on. Visually, I feel like we need to watch this in the theater. And I was like, but counterpoint, our couch is very comfortable. And we won't have like some person behind us, you know, making weird comments.
Yeah, with their phone out or drinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of us.
No, none of those issues. If anybody's going to have their phone out, it's me. And I'm going to be pulling up character names so that I can remember them.
Speaking of which, we'll be probably pulling up things from the wiki as we go. Look, all right, I get it. Like, the story here seems kind of basic, but for whatever reason, there were so many vocabulary words and names,
right?
I felt like
nouns, a lot of nouns.
Stuff I just didn't know, and I felt like I needed to follow. And so it made it a little hard, you know. Vice is different than in Star Wars. It's not the same thing. Like, there's just a lot going on here.
Remember in school?
Kind of glossed over.
Remember in school when you would get, it would be like, here's the lesson and here's the workbook. So you're going to have the lesson, but then you're also going to have the workbook where you fill in like and this movie needs a workbook. Or,
well, it has a book.
We need
to be fair.
We need to read the book.
Yeah.
One of the
to be fair.
It would be nice to have just a nice little and all right, here's your ticket. It's the third theater on the left, and here's your workbook and a number 2 pencil, and then that way you can be like, and Paul is of House Atreides. Wonderful, written down, and then I can go back, I can reference, oh, the people leaving the planet, Havrikas, they're the Harkonnens, okay, and they're mad. They're mad
because they were there before, and rightfully so.
They're gooey for some reason.
Yeah.
They're on Sand Planet, and yet they're gooey. Don't get it.
Right. And also the natives of the Sand Planet are different people.
Oh, yeah.
So what were they called?
The Fremen.
The Fremen. The Freeman.
The Freeman. Subtle.
Not subtle. Like, a lot of this movie is subtle, and a lot of it is not subtle.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, this book was written in what? Like, when was this book written? 70s?
500 BC.
Let's go ahead and Google it. Dune book.
Cue the music.
Novel, 1965.
There.
Frank Herbert. So 1965. So, like, you know, I think part of the reason why so many things feel familiar is because people have been, you know, using this as a jumping off point to create other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this is one of the first, like, huge sci-fi fantasy novels. So
Star Wars comes to mind. When they were like full on, and the Emperor. Yeah, I'm like,
right.
wait, what?
Right.
Wait, what?
But Star Wars didn't come out till 78. So
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So George,
he was borrowing from quite a few genres and books and whatnots.
Yeah. He's pulling from the Seven Samurai. You know what George was? George is one of those guys who steals everybody's memes and then like crops them so that like
it as his.
Yeah. So that, he's one of them.
He's like the hip hop of movie making now.
Yeah.
Just sampling a little bit of
just a little
different stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he was
A little Parliament Funkadelic. I'm gonna put a new drum beat.
Yeah,
throw in a couple of yeah. And then Star Wars.
That's right.
That's right.
What do you got to do?
What's also fun about this, and I think I've seen this discussed on the internet before, is that you've got these wild, crazy names. You know, the Harkonnens and Arrakis and the Atreides, and then main character
Paul,
his mom,
Jessica.
Yeah, his mom of the Bene Gesserit or whatever, Jessica.
Yeah, which makes it even more confusing. It's like,
and Duncan, Idaho. What a great name.
Oh yeah,
great
Duncan,
name.
Idaho.
Jason Momoa was the Duncan, Idaho.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
he was cool.
He was super cool.
He didn't look like a Duncan. You know what I mean?
You know, seeing him without the beard is still just a little alarming.
I think he looks awesome though.
Well, of course. I mean, he looks fantastic.
But Duncan, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like when I think of a Duncan, I think of like somebody the opposite of ripped. You know what I mean?
Duncan Sheik. I think of Duncan Sheik.
Yeah, you think of Duncan Sheik? Yeah.
I am barely breathing. I can't find the issue.
It should be the theme of 2020 and 2021.
Imagine it's
surprised they don't play that more.
I am just still waiting, a fool for another day.
I don't remember what that guy looks like. Was he big?
Google him.
No.
That Google image. He looks like the lead singer from Train, actually.
Oh, okay. Enough.
Yep.
Here's what we know.
What we know.
This film is just beginning. At the end of this film, I felt like it just started.
This whole movie is the beginning scroll from.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's
could have been like
what do they call that? The scrolling in Star Wars. There's a name for that.
Yeah,
the scrolling text.
But Dune.
Why did you say
Dune.
Opening crawl is what they call it.
Stranded. Paul Atreides and his priest mother are stranded on a desert on the desert island Arrakis. After the Harkonnens have just done some craziness and killed his father. He is joining with the Fremen to figure out what to do next, and they will challenge him.
Or they could have went back a little further, like where the attack actually just started. Like that would be fun. Like just start, or they're just getting stuff blown up. Like just explain it to us later. I don't need an hour and a half of being still, like somehow you're explaining it to me, but still being unsure. You might as well just skip all that. You know what I mean?
It's, yeah. Although
I still don't get it.
It was visually stunning. I couldn't stop looking at it. I want to go watch it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again, and maybe we'll do another podcast.
We'll talk about it again.
The movie's great.
Yeah. Oh, I missed all this the first time.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should read the book. It'll take us a year between the two of us.
Right.
We'll come back, and then we'll still have a year before the next movie comes out.
Yeah. I think there's more than one book, but yeah, we should probably do something.
Right. But I think the first book, half of the first book is this first movie. I think.
I mean, that makes total sense. I just don't know. After they've tried to make this movie 3 times, like that's happened, like in real life, right?
Well, I mean, they successfully made it once.
Yeah, they made the movie. That was a Fight Club guy. What's his name? That guy's name.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm always got to Google everything. Dune movies. All right.
You're talking about the director.
Yeah, David Lynch. That's who I was looking
for. Lynch, right.
Yeah. So that happened in 1984. And the soundtrack was done by none other than the greatest rock band of all time, Toto.
Toto, right.
And Brian Eno. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I bet that's awesome. Yeah. So there's a lot of things going on. I feel like this is like a parallel to what some might call history. There's a guy in charge. There's the Wizard of Oz. It's saying there is a Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
There's an emperor.
Yeah. That we don't see.
That he's so powerful, he can give the one group of people a job. He can be like, hey, y'all go mine this most important thing, which is spice, by the way. And the spice, well, I'll go into that in a second.
Real native name for the spice.
Yeah. But so you can mine this thing. And then there's another royal family somewhere else, or essentially a royal family. He's
Yep.
like, you know what? Why don't you guys go mine this thing?
Yeah.
And then accidentally calls a war, which doesn't seem very accidental.
Oh, no. No, not
It's like,
accidental
oh,
at all.
why don't you go mine this thing? Oh, let's just cause a war between these two people that I already control. I don't understand it, but like,
Well, because here, I'll shed a couple plot points because one of the things was the Emperor, somebody, I don't remember who says it, but they say that the Emperor fears that Atreides is getting a little bit too much influence. So he's worried that House Atreides is becoming too big. He gives them the spice planet. So basically he set them up for Harkonnen to come in and take them down.
Right.
So this was the Emperor basically being like, you're people like you too much. I need to.
And there may be a non-physical reason that they like him so much, because as we find out, this is so ridiculous. Like, there's so much going on.
Mhm.
There's a whole secret society of witches that can use the force or something,
Right?
the speaking something
Use
or other,
the voice.
and
Yeah.
they're behind the whole family, but they're on the female side.
Right.
And what?
Right?
Like, okay, all right,
There's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of hands in the pie.
a lot of hands in the pie.
A lot of hands in the pie.
And to top it all off, like, these are two established societies, and then you have a third society in the same film that's just people running around and
Yeah.
living on the planet, like
Living on that planet.
enjoying the spice. It's all Mother Nature,
Just breathing in that spice, having some
Breathing in that
visions. And we're gonna go out to the desert. We're gonna do some peyote.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some spice. We're gonna ride the worm, man. Let's
And
go
did we
ride
mention
the
they're
worm.
called the Fremen?
Fremen?
Freeman? The
Free man. What are they trying to say?
They don't participate in society.
That's right.
They are the free men.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
just, there's so much going on here. Like, I appreciate it.
Mhm.
And I get it. It's just like, I can't absorb it all in one. Like, maybe I just need to watch it again. You know what I mean? And these Fremen, all of their stuff, I hate to get like religious or trigger anyone, but it seemed very Islamic, the owl, this and the this and the,
Desert people. It's gonna have a little bit of. It's gonna have a
So
little
that
bit of that.
whole- yeah. So you've got different religions, different factions, different, it just felt a lot like history that we may or may not be aware of happening in this really cool sci-fi, beautiful film.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, this is what's really going on, but you probably won't know because we have cool spaceships.
Love a cool spaceship.
You probably won't catch it.
This spaceship looks like a dragonfly.
Yeah. And this worm looks like an asshole, It's like, so.
Merle, I've seen your design for the worm, and I just have a couple of notes. You make it more like an asshole. Only instead of expelling things,
Mhm.
it's devouring things.
Right. It's a hungry asshole.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
It
then,
does
and then
rumble.
the people
It does
are
rumble.
sink their hooks into it and ride the asshole.
Right. Yeah. That imagery is kind of troubling to me. Yeah. For obvious reasons.
Hey, man,
What are you going to do?
what can you do?
It's coming for you.
It kind of looks like a mushroom, like
Yeah.
the underside of a
Right. Yeah.
what do you?
Yeah. You're not wrong.
What
Yeah.
portobello?
Like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they're going for.
Maybe.
That makes more sense. No, it doesn't.
Mushrooms need a lot of water. Need a little bit of water.
Uh,
Can mushrooms grow in the desert?
I know mushrooms can be poisonous or extremely good for you.
Right. Or hallucinogenic, like spice.
Like spice. Yeah. Which is weird that we're mentioning mushrooms, because I just happened to, for no particular reason at all, order some chaga mushroom powder. So yeah. This apparently has like 1,000 times the antioxidants of blueberries or something like that. It's something stupid. Like 1 gram of chaga mushrooms has I can look it up. I should look that up so I can be accurate. Hold on.
If there's anything we should be accurate about.
Right. Yeah. I feel like people don't know about chaga mushrooms.
I
feel
I
like
didn't
it's,
know about them until you brought them up.
lots of zinc, which may or may not be good for some things.
Mhm.
Vitamin C, which
Love a good vitamin C.
may not also be good for some things.
Mhm.
So if you know somebody that's not feeling so good for no reason whatsoever, it might be time to get some chaga mushrooms. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Where's that? So per gram, 1,104 ORAC units per gram compared to blueberries, which are 24. So whatever that is.
You said 100 to 24?
No, 1,100.
1,100. Oh, gosh.
1,100.
That's significant.
So it's almost 500 times as much antioxidants in chaga mushroom powder, 1 gram. Or so, just do with that information whatever you want. But, it's out there. It's not too expensive and might help with some things,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Who knows?
Yeah. Back to the podcast.
This,
And yeah, I'll put a link in there. We'll just do a whole commercial.
there you go.
Link in the description.
Let's get some of that chaga mushroom.
Yeah. Link in the description if you want to pick up a 6-ounce bag of chaga dust.
Take them out into the desert. Swirl it in your tea, man.
Yeah, it's a real thing, man. You're never going to hear anything about it from anybody. You know what I mean? The highest ORAC score ever recorded, which is the antioxidant level.
Word.
Yeah. So I wish I had known that sooner and been able to tell everybody. But hey, now you know.
Hey,
I know.
we're here now. That's all we
Yeah.
can do. That's all we can be.
What else?
So this movie didn't get its sequel greenlit until after the movie
Yesterday.
came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like last week, something like that.
Yeah, they're like, should we make a second one? I mean, the story just started.
So I looked into that because I was confused. Why would they ever do that?
Right.
It turns out that a huge sticking point with them doing the second movie was the director and some other people were like, we want it in the contract for the second movie that this movie has to have an exclusive in-theater release time and not go straight to HBO Max the way that this movie, because I think that, it affects how they get paid and stuff like that. It all gets thrown in as like the movie's made to be seen on the big screen. So that's right.
But they make way more money, especially movie ticket prices right now. Holy crap.
Right. Like they have
$15 to go to a movie right now.
Yeah. Oh man, you gotta hit that Baxter. It's like $5 Tuesday all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they haven't negotiated kickbacks on streaming nearly as much as it's more clearly defined with theatrical runs. People's contracts are based off of how much money movies bring in at the theaters. So then releasing them direct to streaming, and then the streaming people being like, well, we made X amount of money, but not just off your movie, all the other things that HBO Max has. So,
right.
There's no way.
But they have the data, right? They have the views,
right.
They have the signups, they have the people that signed up and then watched Dune. Like, they should be able to put all of that into a contract, and it should be fairly simple to read and understand. But I'm sure it was a headache to figure out. But
yeah, and I'm worried because I like movies going directly to my house.
Yeah, I love it. It was great. I watched it in my house the first day. I was like, yeah, Dune's out. I'm going to hit a button and watch it on my screen.
Right.
And hey, there you go.
And I had to pee, 2/3 of the way through this movie, and I just toughed it out because I was like, it's too late. It's too late.
I just paused it. Yeah.
Right. I couldn't do that. I couldn't ask the other 7 people in the movie theater, hey, do y'all mind if we pause this real quick? And then when they find the projectionist, be like, bruh, that pause button.
I have a funny story. So the new Ghostbusters, speaking of going to films, movie theaters, it was supposed to come out originally on November 11th. That was the announced release date.
Right.
They pushed it back a week and didn't really mention it. Didn't seem like. And then a friend of mine was like, hey, you want to go see Ghostbusters? I'm like, sure. It comes out Friday. Okay. Yeah. He goes online, buys a ticket. We walk into the movie theater, get the popcorn, get the Coke, go to scan the digital ticket. And the guy's like, oh, this movie is for next week. Because he just picked the first Friday,
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, okay. Well,
so like when he looked at the ticket, it said the following.
Yeah, it says the right day. Yeah, but the original announcement was the 11th, and I pushed it back a week. But
right.
That's weird. Yeah. Yeah.
So did you just like chill out and eat the popcorn?
Yeah, we just went back over to his house and hung out, and his wife laughed at him. But that's what it is. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go see Ghostbusters on Friday. So
nice.
That's exciting.
For The Last Jedi, I went to Stony Brook, and they had like little signs that said like, wait in the lobby. It would be like the movie theater time, and then it would say wait in the lobby, and then it would say now seating. So nobody updated the like wait in the lobby sign. So I just hung out in the lobby. And then by the time I was like, all right, I've got to go check this out. And my brother was there. So we walked in, and literally the only seats left were in the very front row. So I watched the Last Jedi here.
Like that. Yeah. That's sad. Yeah.
Crick in the neck.
I think I did the same thing. Or maybe it was for the first one. Or the seventh one, or whatever. Yeah. So speaking of Star Wars, there's some announcements. I guess they got rid of some things, and then there's like an Obi-Wan kind of teaser thing.
Right.
You saw that?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, but it's just like, oh, here's some desert shots and talking about, and it's like there's a little bit of behind the scenes, like, oh, we got Anakin coming back.
Right.
So like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's happening.
If anybody, they need to make Favreau the Feige of
I don't think he wants
everything, or give it to Filoni, you know, and be like, but then that means that Filoni.
But Filoni is the head guy, like he's in charge of creative. He is.
Okay, good.
He is, and so
we need to really get some streamline going on with them.
Yeah,
it's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I did hear some movies got put on hold. Some of the
Rogue Squadron, I heard that.
Squadron, yeah. So that actually makes me happy because I was not looking forward to that movie. So I don't know, there's an announcement for what did you say? A film taking place in the Old Republic?
I don't think it was an announcement. I think that was just kind of like rumor. I heard so. I basically heard that a movie is filming right now, but nobody knows what it is because it's not Rogue Squadron. That was the one that made the most sense. It's not the Kevin Feige produced one. It's not the Taika Waititi movie. So unless it's like Rian Johnson in the trilogy,
which I think that's out too. I think that's officially out.
Yeah, I thought his trilogy was going to end up being. Oh, and then weren't like the Game of Thrones guys were like in on a thing for
they're out
that they got
everybody's
kicked
out.
Out. Yeah. So
I think maybe when Filoni now he has the authority to be like no, you know, we're going this way. We're gonna do Star Wars. Way.
Yeah,
you know, it's been a fun ride. I think it's gonna be the whole Ahsoka thing's gonna. I'm looking forward to that.
I think that'll be cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get back to Dune real quick.
Yes.
I feel like we're skipping a lot.
Yeah, let's click some of these pictures. Let's see what we got.
We got to this guy, the bad guy. Mm-hmm. But he's not even the Emperor, right?
No, he's just the leader of House Harkonnen.
Yeah. So it's like, if this is the leader of that house and he can fly, what can the Emperor do?
I think I just assumed he had some sort of technological support helping him there. Like, there's like something in his hips. Like he's got a little like magnetic.
So he has the David Copperfield technology.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, you got that, you're flying around. You know what I mean? Like, just for funsies. You probably got some pretty powerful technology and stuff, you know,
right?
Like, or magic or something. I don't know.
I mean, he's been in charge of the Spice Planet. He's been making that spice money.
You know what?
I think he didn't want to hand it over.
I think we might have to do a part 2 of this.
Part 2 of this?
We haven't even really dove into it. We haven't even touched the plot. Like, this stuff I want to talk about. This stuff I want to talk about. This I want to talk about. This I want to talk about. So look, we haven't done a podcast in a while, right? Right. We really wanted to do another one, and we're just out of time. It's been really super busy. Ben's been super busy.
Yep.
And we're just out of time. So I think what we're gonna have to do is maybe do a part B, or pick this up next week.
Part 2.
Part 2.
You know what? You know what we just did? We just did a Dune part 1.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
At any rate, I feel like there's so much to talk about here. Like, this movie is dense.
Yeah.
It's dense, and at the same time, somehow boring at the beginning. Like, that's what I didn't understand. There's so much going on.
I didn't find it boring, and just the plot wasn't moving. It was just a lot of like really setting the tone.
Exposition, if you will. Yes. So, and on that note, stay tuned to make sure you're subscribed or whatever, however you listen to this thing. We'll have another thing coming out probably next week, hopefully. We'll see. real life stuff's getting really intense for me right now. I'm ramping up to get out of here. So, and we'll have some different backgrounds. So yeah, that's coming up. So we're just gonna put a pin in it. And thank you so much for listening to this rant. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Use the voice.
Bye. Oh yeah, how does the voice work?
Yeah.
You didn't do it loud enough.
More intention. Bye. Oh, you know what? Watch the YouTube of this just for the faces we just made.
Right.
For that. Bye.